Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to the pilot premiere, whatever you want to call it, episode of Hybrid TV, which is kind of a spin-off in many ways of hybrid movies, which basically is just a podcast for TV shows, pretty much, instead of, movies. So joining me today on episode 1 is Tim.
How's it going, everyone?
One thing I wanted to talk to you about, Tim, kind of a thing that we could have a good discussion about is Netflix and like the video streaming sites over cable, like your traditional way of viewing it. Like, what are your thoughts on that? Because we're starting to get to a point where it's kind of a war, like each TV show, or not TV show, each provider is getting their own streaming service, and they're putting their own stuff on just that streaming service. But the streaming service costs money.
That bubble's gonna burst at some point.
Yeah, I don't know if you had any particular, because I know like Netflix is making a lot of TV shows this year versus previously. And I know obviously everyone knows about the Marvel shows, but they make a lot of shows. Like, I didn't realize it until the other day.
Like, if you have Netflix on like your Xbox One or PS4 or any of those consoles, just let it sit for a while, and you'll get this huge running screensaver of things of like every single show that they do that you've never heard of.
Really? I didn't know that. I mean,
yeah.
Because I watch it on my PlayStation, but I mean, like, everyone knows about House of Cards, everyone knows the Marvel shows, Orange is the New Black, people know of, and I guess Stranger Things is pretty popular too, and 13 Reasons Why. But I mean, the other day I was on Netflix, and I was just like, going through stuff, and I mean, I was like, whoa, Narcos, but I mean, like, there's a lot of TV shows on here I didn't realize Netflix made. And then that's not even counting, like, HBO has their own stuff, obviously, on their HBO thing, and then we have Hulu. Hulu's been getting more into the TV market.
And Amazon.
Noticed. Yeah, and Amazon. Yeah, exactly. I mean, you kind of said it well. The bubble's going to burst. But I mean, like, when is it going to burst,
It's going to burst when everyone tries doing what Disney and Warner Bros. Are doing and making their own individual streaming services, because no one's going to want to pay to have all of their stuff in individual places. So they're just going to go to where the most content is.
You know what's funny to me, actually, is I really think that we're going to get to a situation where every provider, so to speak, is going to have their own streaming service. And it's going to get to a point where someone's going to finesse, so to speak, all those providers and make a merged one where you can like see each one from it. And then it's just going to be like what we have now all over again. Yep. Where it's like you're going to have one provider that has access to all of them.
One thing that I expect to happen at some point, especially with Disney, because this is their general operating style, they're probably going to do their own, like, see what they can do with that, and then while they're making money out on their own, they're going to try to see which one they can buy for the least amount of money that is popular with people, and then move all their stuff back onto there.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because that's just what Disney does, like... They were trying to build up Tron to like compete with Star Wars, and then they bought Star Wars and completely gave up on Tron.
That's sadly accurate.
Yeah, that's just how Disney operates. It's a solid business strategy, especially when you have the money to do it.
I mean, especially like when you have the influence of Disney, you can pretty much do whatever you want, both on the market for TV shows and for movies. I mean, if you just look at all the channels Disney owns, I mean, it's basically impossible to really not watch a quote-unquote Disney product. I mean, if you're a sports fan, you watch ESPN, oh, guess what? Owned by Disney. Obviously, if you watch ABC, owned by Disney. If you watch, obviously, the Disney Channel, owned by Disney. Same thing with
whatever ABC
Freeform,
Family's called now.
Yeah, I think it's called Freeform. But
Freeform, that's it, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think this is a relatively solid fall for TV, I think it's relatively solid, because
I just wanted to round back on your initial question for that. When you asked, like, TV versus streaming, it's a big struggle for just, like, basic TV, both cable and network, because so many people just want all of their content right now, and they don't want to have to wait, like, week after week to do it. And, like, a smaller example of this that, like, not for the major stations, but... one common complaint that Cartoon Network has is, they're constantly marathoning Teen Titans Go. But the reason they do that is, instead of doing shows like Steven Universe, Adventure Time, like the stuff with ongoing stories, is that people don't want to have to catch small portions of an ongoing story. They want it all at once. So in order to get views on their channel, they have to have like all these standalone comedies continuously going all the time that you can just jump in on.
Yeah, people aren't as patient as they used to be with content. I mean, Netflix didn't help either. Netflix really kind of, I think, was a catalyst in many ways for what you were saying. Yeah. Because they do obviously like, oh, you could binge watch your show. All of a sudden, everyone wants to binge watch stuff now. No one wants to wait. But then you have to wait longer in many ways because you have it all now and it takes time to develop stuff. So it's
if you want to know why Cartoon Network is airing Teen Titans Go instead of Steven Universe, fans and haters of those series respectively, blame Netflix for spoiling the audience.
Yeah, but I think that's it. I think it's good for our first episode. For those who decided to tune in for this episode, please comment below with ideas for future episodes. Like, is there any type of segments you'd like us to go into? Types of TV shows you'd like us to cover? Like I said before, this is episode 1, so I mean, this is a very it's very malleable. Honestly, nothing's really set in stone yet with how we are gonna approach it, and we want to hear from you guys, obviously the viewers, because it's for you guys.
Yeah, let us know what shows you're interested in, and also let us know what types of shows you want us to cover, because, well, obviously we're doing like all the live action, big, hour-long drama stuff here, but if you want us to do like sitcoms, I guess, if you want us to do animated stuff, let us know that in the comments too.
I agree. Sorry, I was letting that like, my housemates have people over, so I was letting that sound wave of guests go by, so it'd be easy to edit out, but yeah, no, definitely let us know what you guys think. Hope you guys have enjoyed this first episode. There wasn't a lot to talk about, so me and Tim, I think we did the best we could.
Yep. But we'll definitely expand more on it when we can get extra people on here with like different things that they watch, so we can round it out better.
Exactly. And I think that's about it, honestly. Tim, you have any final thoughts? Anything you want to tell the viewers before we close it out?
No, nothing really. Just one thing I wanted to point out with my Inhumans review is I gave it a 4 out of 10. Spoilers if you haven't seen it yet. And someone was upset at me in the comments that said it wasn't atrociously bad in my opener. Like, I still gave it a 4. What do you want?
Okay. All right. Well. Yeah. I guess we'll see you guys later. Worst episode closing ever I've ever done, but yeah, we'll see you guys later next week.
Yeah, later guys.